So what is up, ladies and gentlemen, and big fluffy unicorns everywhere? Infamy did it. We're doing it again. This time we're doing it in Season 28 of Diablo 3 in 2023, and I got to tell you, I'm hella excited for this build, but I got to give credit where credit's due first. I learned this build, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below to Raxxanorax's channel and the video that I watched for this build. Now, mine is a little bit different, and that's why I'm here showing you about it. But shout out to Rax. He is a GOAT when it comes to Diablo 3 content. Now, this build, I'm a classic Legion of the Damned, no, Legacy of Dreams, Corpse Explosion, Necromancer, because I get to go super fast, zip around the map, and just blow everything up. And I love that. And typically, I'm speed farming, Death's Breath, keys, power leveling my friends, alt accounts, so on and so forth. And like most of you, I got bored and decided, you know, I want to do something else besides play my main all the time. So I went onto YouTube, looked up best wizard builds for Season 28, and Rax showed me this particular build. Now I'm going to share it with you because it's awesome. Are you ready? I'm ready. We're going to run a 90 because that's how I typically speed farm.
Need more time.
I'm playing it on the Series X, so you'll have to set it up however it works best for you. But I am not letting go of right trigger. Right trigger is constantly being held down, and I'm occasionally just sliding my thumb across X and Y and hitting RB whenever I feel the need.
Not ready yet.
And that is proccing my teleport over and over and over again. And the clears for 90s, even the clears for 100s, and for the past couple days, that's all I've been doing is 90 or 100 clears because it's faster. There's more enemies, so I'm hitting more stuff, so I'm getting through it a lot faster in 100.
Need more arcane
But
power.
for the sake of the video, I want to show you. Oh, yep, there's channeling. That's the one we want.
Not ready yet.
You're literally just clearing the map. Just going as fast as you can, clearing through the map.
Still waiting.
I live by this antic when it comes to Diablo, time versus reward, and I want to get
Not ready yet.
as much stuff as fast as possible so I can move on to the next run.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
Need more time. Never. You have triumphed.
It's a pretty fast 90 clear, people. That is a pretty fast 90 clear. And believe it or not, I have done faster. Woo! We love you, Urshi. Thank you. You do your job. Kadala sucks. I'm going to make it into a t-shirt.
I need to go
Speaking
back.
of t-shirts, hey, Slickify. Legion is rising, and we are fueled by Slickify.com. Yeah, what he said. But yeah, that's the build.
The blood runs.
In action, 1:25 clear for a 90. So yeah, that's pretty decent. The build is Ingiome. Your skill cooldowns are reduced by 8 seconds for 15 seconds after killing an elite pack. If you're running your follower, make sure they've got the NEMS bracers on because it emanates. So bam, you're getting that. But this build isn't solely about Ingiome. I've heard a lot of people refer to this build as the Elite Chaser build. You just seen. I'm not chasing them. I stop by, I wave for a second, and I leave. My meteors wipe them out. The Gogaka Swiftness is going to be what, for me in this build, is the biggest deal. You're going to want to run the 6-piece Tal Rasha's Grasp set, or Tal Rasha's Elements, sorry, and the 2-piece Ogild's Power. So you'll get that in your shoulder pauldrons and your wrist bracers. For your gems, I like to run Intelligence. So if you're feeling squishy, go ahead and throw in some diamonds or even throw in a vitality. I've got one in my pants here and other things, but that's for OnlyFans if I decide to create one. Anyway, diamond in your helmet, cooldowns, 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 and roll meteor wherever you can. The build is about meteor damage, so roll it wherever you can. That's what you want. For our gems, we're going to run Bane of the Powerful. You gain 20% increased damage for 123 seconds, or maybe lower or higher in your case, depending on your level, after killing an elite pack. So you also gain 50% increased damage versus elites and take 15% reduced damage from elites. That really does help when you're doing the Petrified Screams. Orb of Infinite Depth. You can swap this out if you want. I just use it because I do use Explosive Blast, so a little extra damage never hurt nothing, so there you go. COE, Convention of Elements, you're going to constantly be cycling through the elements at all times, and because you're really just spamming all of your elements, it's going to proc COE all the time. Gogaka Swiftness, however, this is very important. Gain swiftness with every attack, increasing your attack speed by 1% and dodge by X% depending on your level for 4 seconds. This effect stacks up to 15 times. You gain 1% cooldown reduction per stack of swiftness. This comes in handy in the very beginning, especially before you've hit any elites, you haven't proc Ingeome, you'll already have this stuff going. I mean, you just seen it. I'm holding down right trigger and I'm not letting it go. So get you a COE, get you a Gogaka Swiftness. You're also going to want to run Stone of Jordan. If your lightning is your highest elemental skill with the SOJ on, all of your elements are that high. And I'm running Bane of the Trapped. Because this build is just constantly in your face, I'm snapping to the mobs, snapping to the pylons. And I'm in there, I hit them quick. The Ice Armor procs, Bane of the Trapped, extra damage, bada bing, bada boom, you're clearing the rift. Nilfer's Boast Boots increase the damage of Meteor by 600%. When your Meteor hits 3 or fewer enemies, the damage is increased by X% based on what kind of roll you got. I think that's about it for that. Skills, I'm running Familiar, Spark Flint, Teleport Calamity, Diamond Skin Prism, Meteor, Thunder Crash. I want instant, so the lightning gives me the instant meteor instead of the delay for the other ones. Ice Armor, Frozen Storm, procs my Bane of the Trapped. And then Explosive Blast, Chain Reaction. So I'm covering all my elements there. And speaking of elements, to your passives, you're going to get Elemental Exposure. Damaging enemies with Arcane, Cold, Fire, or Lightning will cause them to take 5% more damage from your attacks for 5 seconds. Each different type applies a stack, stacking up to 4 times. So that's a lot of damage. Okay. This is for when you're first starting. Now, if you're not having any problems with it, you can get rid of it, use something else. But this build to me is almost like a classic muscle car in the winter. You know, it takes a little bit to get it warmed up, but once it gets warmed up, it's gone. This is just to help you until it gets warmed up. Audacity, you deal 30% additional damage to enemies within 15 yards. We're basically just zipping into them, hitting them, procking the Ice Armor, Bane of the Trap, dropping the meteors, we're zipping out. It counts, they're close, we're out. And then Unstable Anomaly. This is basically just a get out of jail free card. Tell death to go kick rocks. If you're finding yourself ripping through the rifts and you're not needing it, you can swap it out for something else. User's choice, okay? And I almost stepped right out and forgot to tell you the Grand Vizier, the Mempho Twilight, and the Squirts Necklace. You want to have all these in the cube. These are going to be massive damage bonuses to your meteors. And there you go. That's the build. My Paragons, I'm 1088 right now. And for the follower, this is kind of important. Excuse me, people. Hydrate. I'm thirsty. Really thirsty. Ah, that was good. Okay. So with your familiar, the primaries are going to be Flavor of Time and Nemesis Bracers. Okay, those are absolute musts along with the Smoking Thurible. I don't know what it is for the other followers. I never use them. I always use the Enchantress because I love her. I truly do. My wife knows. Okay, put that on there so they don't die. Get your NEMs on. Get your Flavor of Time on. Homing pads, they're nice because if you don't really feel like dealing with the trash mobs at the end of a regular rift or whatever, and you're just ready to get the hell out of Dodge, they can scream and yell and throw their arrows and everything you want. It ain't gonna stop it, so you can just go on up. And then if you're Death Breath farming, in Season 28, you can get double Death's Breath from the seasonal buff, which is the Altar of Rights. You know, hopefully you got that seal unlocked. And then your follower can have double Death's Breath too, so you're going to be flush with Death's Breath. But, yeah, that's about it. Anything else you want to throw on there, just throw on there. Gold skin, it emanates too, so, you know, throw it on there if it helps. But, yeah. Oh, skills. Yeah, the follower skills. It doesn't really matter which ones you want here, except for this one. Reduce your skill cooldowns. That's it. Get your prophetic harmony, you're good to go. But, yeah, that's it. That's the build. Shout out to Rax for sharing it with everybody and whoever he learned it from. That's awesome. I'm thoroughly enjoying this build, and I'm looking forward to pushing this build some more in the future. Shout out to slickify.com. Much love to y'all. And I really am going to talk to you about getting a shirt that says Kadala sucks, because Kadala sucks.
It's clear that you're upset with me.
And special thanks to you all, the viewers. I appreciate y'all stopping by and hanging out with me for a little bit. And stay up, stay safe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace!